He's up high in the chute. And he just went into a patch of timber. So I'm going to use this thick patch of timber that I'm in to gain some elevation, try to get on their level. And with how many hunters there are in here, I'm sure they're going to spook one way or the other. Hopefully this way to the thick patch of timber. That's what I'm banking on, so whew, exciting stuff. Alright, that was a pretty exciting morning. I actually chased the big buck and got up on the ridge where he had crossed over, and I met up with my buddies Ty Glenn and James Yates, and we were all just standing there talking, and all of a sudden the big buck came busting over the ridge. Another hunter had spooked him, and I almost got a shot at 45 yards. He just never stopped. I came to full draw and he just ran on by, but pretty exciting morning. Now we're just trying to relocate the buck, so
explain it. You went behind this tree.
Mike just shot a freaking buck from our glassing point. We just had a buck feet right below us on our glassing point. Mike just shot him at 50 yards.
Cold-blooded killer now, man.
That was crazy.
I didn't want to take that shot. I was like,
It did look crap when I got up there.
Alright, we just got Mike's buck all cut up. We're gonna haul him out of here. And then I'll probably hike back in tonight with Keith so we can continue hunting for the rest of the week.
seen like 8 does and fawns and like 4 forkies.
Was pretty intense. I was coming down the trail because I was gonna cross this drainage, and I ran into a buck feeding in this chute right above the trail. He was at 75 yards, and he kind of fed into the trees, and so I just kind of side hilled on the trail, got right below where I thought he was gonna be, and then cut up the hill a little bit. And I ended up having him at 60 yards broadside. He was a 3x4. He was nice and tall. He's a good buck. But he didn't really give me a shot because he didn't put his head down to feed, so I couldn't draw my bow. And then he kind of just blew out. I think he winded me. I'm kind of happy because I don't know if I want to take that buck, but he's a good buck. Oh, that was fun, either way. Had that buck at 60 yards in the timber, and then I was coming down the trail and I spotted another buck across this little drainage. Tried to get on him, but the wind was terrible, and I was more or less just stalking him for fun anyways. I'd love to get a kill on film, but this is my only deer tag this year, so I really want like a nice mature deer. And the deer I was stalking just didn't quite fit the bill, but big 4 points that was running with the big non-typical on opening day. I just watched the big 4-point bed, and I'll probably wait for the thermals to steady and then make my stock. Looks like a pretty good play. It's not in a perfect spot, but I think I can make it work. Just making my way over to that 4-point where I last saw him bedded. I'm gonna stop here and have a snack, so I'm ready to go for this stock. Tuna on a tortilla. I did not get it on film, but I just shot that big 4-point at 54 yards. They fed right to me. He fed out right below me. Oh my goodness. What a rush. That was awesome. I saw my arrow go right behind his shoulder. Maybe a touch high, but a steep downhill trajectory. Should have carried it right through his lungs. Oh my gosh. That was so awesome. Alright guys, I went to go get my pack and I glassed down and I could see him piled up. So we got him, baby, yes. But just getting down to my arrow. My arrow looks like it broke off inside of him. All the way to the fletches. Shocked it didn't go through him. Shoot a fairly heavy arrow and have a 30-inch draw, and I'm pulling 75 pounds, so here he is. Looks like the Sever Broadhead did its job. Got the packs all loaded up and we're ready to get out of here.